Okay, I went into stem and leaf graphs a couple videos ago, but this one is using that same data set of the fictional class who were timed for 30 seconds to see how many free throws that they could make. Okay, that's my made up data set. Up here, up here at the top, right here, it was in a random order. Right here, I just put it in the correct order. That was a little bit tedious. It's in another video. And then n is the number of data points in this data set, right? So it's 16. Okay, so there are 16 numbers in this data set. All right, so for stem and leaf plot, it's pretty straightforward as long as you understand it. Okay. First, you have to determine what the stem for your data is, and then what the leaf for your data is. And numbers like this, it's pretty obvious that it goes from 10 to 32, right? So each spot of our tens is going to be a stem, right? So we're going to have 1, 2, and 3 as our stem, okay? And we're going to make a little table like this, and like this, and right here will be the stem. That's TM, and let's shrink that so I don't have to fix it, and shrink this so I don't have to fix it as much. Maybe move it up a little, and then move that down a little. Okay, that's our stem. Right, and then over here is our leaf, L-E-A-F. Right, so we identified that our stem is going to be 1, 2, probably make it 2, and 3. Those are our stems. That's each decade or each series of 10 in our data. Okay, and let's see, how many do we have in the 10 series? All right, so these all start with a 1. All right, so I'm going to put a 0. I'm going to put a 1. No, I'll do this with this. And I'll make this down to like 36 or something. Okay, so there's a 0, there's a 1, 11, there's a 12. That's 12. There's a 2 3s. There's a 5, 16, and 2 17s. All right, so that is the leaves, all the leaves inside of there. All right, and then we're going to do our things that are in the 2s. So from here to here is in the 2s. All right, so we're going to go something like this. It'll be, we don't have a 0, but we have a 1. We have a 3. We have a 5, a 6, and 9. And those are the 2s. And then in 30, we have a 0 in the 30s over here. We have a 0 and a 2. So a 0 and a 2. And this way to distribute the data. All right, so this one, that's my stem and leaf plot. All right, so it shows me this is the stem. This is times 10. So this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 15, 16, 17, 17. This is 2, 1, 3, 5. So 21, 23, 25, 26, 29. And then this is 30 and 32. All right, so that shows me my 16 data points. And it shows me kind of, let's look at our little table here. Try to find it real quick. There it is. Our final univariate data. Types of displays right over here. And we're looking at the stem and leaf plot. Okay, so did this thing show the distribution, the data distribution set? Yeah, it did. It gave me all the numbers, and it gave me the shape. coworker sent me this. So it kind of gives me a general shape of the data, right? And it shows me the distribution of the data set. Did I use intervals or bins? Well, yeah, I kind of did, right? So like this is a bin or an interval, this is a bin or an interval, this is a bin and an interval, right? Everything in 10, everything in 20, everything in 30, right? So yeah, I used these similar to a histogram. Histograms had smaller bins in this case, right? And then did it show the actual individual data, like the actual value of the data? Yeah, I could figure out what the data sets were. It's like this is 13. I had 2 13s. I had 1 12. I had 2 17s. So yeah, that shows that. Does it show me the mean and average and it shows me the minimum and the maximum, but it doesn't show me like the median. It doesn't show me the average. So no, it doesn't do that. The only one that does that is the box plot. And the only other one that shows me an individual value is the line plot. And then they all show those two things, right? So that is a good visual representation of which one of these do: box plot, line plot, histogram, stem leaf, and that's going to give you a good idea of how it shows the data. These are all X, by the way. X, 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 X. All right, so if you were to make like a line representation of this, it would be like this. If that helps you remember stuff. Okay, so anyway, I hope that helps.